Hello and welcome to this exploration of belief in God from a philosophical perspective. Whether you're a believer, an atheist, or somewhere in between, the question of God's existence has fascinated humanity for millennia. Before we dive in, if you enjoyed discussions like this, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more thought-provoking content. Today, we'll examine some key philosophical arguments and considerations around this profound topic, the God of philosophy. Before we dive in, it's important to distinguish between the God of philosophy and the God of specific religions. Philosophical arguments about God's existence typically focus on a more abstract concept, an all-powerful, all-knowing, and morally perfect being who created the universe. This may or may not align with the God described in religious texts, cosmological arguments. One of the oldest philosophical arguments for God's existence is the cosmological argument. It goes something like this. Everything that begins to exist has a cause. The universe began to exist. Therefore, the universe has a cause. Proponents argue that this cause must be God, an uncaused, eternal being outside of time and space. Critics, however, question whether the premises are true and whether the conclusion necessarily follows. The Kalam cosmological argument, popularized by William Lane Craig, adds scientific evidence for the universe's beginning, the Big Bang, to strengthen this case. Teleological arguments. Another classic argument is the teleological or design argument. It suggests that the apparent design and fine-tuning in the universe point to an intelligent creator. For example, the universe appears finely tuned for life. This fine-tuning is either due to chance, necessity, or design. It's highly improbable to be by chance, and there's no known necessity. Therefore, it's likely due to design. Critics argue that this reasoning commits the God of the gaps fallacy, using God to explain what we don't yet understand scientifically. Ontological arguments. The ontological argument, first proposed by Anselm of Canterbury, is a more abstract approach. It argues that the very concept of God as a maximally great being implies his existence. While intriguing, many philosophers find this argument unconvincing, as it seems to try to define God into existence. The problem of evil. On the other side, the problem of evil is a significant challenge to belief in an all-powerful, all-good God. If God is all-powerful, he can prevent evil. If God is all-good, he would want to prevent evil. Evil exists. Therefore, an all-powerful, all-good God does not exist. Theists have proposed various responses, including free will defenses and the idea that some evil is necessary for greater goods. However, many find these unsatisfying in the face of extreme suffering. Pascal's wager. Blaise Pascal proposed a pragmatic approach to belief. His wager suggests that believing in God is a better bet than not believing. If God exists and you believe, you gain infinite reward. If God doesn't exist and you believe, you lose little. If God exists and you don't believe, you risk infinite loss. Therefore, it's rational to believe in God. Critics point out that this doesn't address which God to believe in, and that belief isn't a simple choice. The limits of reason. It's crucial to recognize the limits of philosophical arguments in this domain. Many philosophers argue that the existence of God isn't something that can be conclusively proven or disproven through reason alone. Immanuel Kant, for instance, argued that pure reason can't establish God's existence or non-existence. He suggested that belief in God might be justified on practical or moral grounds instead, personal experience and faith. For many believers, personal religious experiences or faith play a more significant role than philosophical arguments. While these aren't easily shareable or verifiable, they're deeply meaningful to individuals. Some philosophers, like William James, have argued for the validity of religious experience as a form of knowledge. Others maintain that extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence, the role of science. Modern scientific discoveries have influenced this debate. The Big Bang theory has been used to support the idea of a universe with a beginning, aligning with some theistic arguments. However, developments in quantum physics and multiverse theories have also been used to challenge traditional notions of causality and fine-tuning. It's important to note that science deals with natural explanations and can't directly prove or disprove supernatural claims. Agnosticism and atheism. Many philosophers advocate for agnosticism, the view that we can't know whether God exists. This can range from strong agnosticism, we can never know, to weak agnosticism, we don't currently know. Atheism is the lack of belief in God. Some atheists actively believe God doesn't exist, while others simply lack belief due to insufficient evidence. Conclusion. As we've seen, the question of God's existence is complex and multifaceted. Philosophical arguments can provide frameworks for thinking about this issue, but rarely lead to unanimous conclusions. Whether you believe in God or not, engaging with these ideas can deepen your understanding of your own beliefs and those of others. It can also highlight the limits of human reason and the vastness of the questions we grapple with. Remember, it's okay to be uncertain. The pursuit of truth and understanding is a lifelong journey, and questions about the divine are some of the most profound we can ask. Thank you for joining me on this philosophical exploration. If you found value in this discussion, please like this video, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time.